both teams like to play. The lads did a commendable job just keeping their feet today. It was really tough. You couldn't move. It was pretty farcical, to be fair, but we stuck at it, and we've had a few chances. They've had a few chances, but you wouldn't want it to pay to watch. It's not the right thing, really. But it wasn't a great spectacle. It was just hard enough to be out there and keep your feet.
Do you think the game should have been played?
Listen, the ref made the decision, and that probably it looked all right, but it just I wouldn't like I say, I wouldn't have wanted to pay to watch that, because it was always my concern that we just get dragged into a little bit of a battle and not get enough quality. And we started off really brightly for 20 minutes. I thought we were good. I thought we played on the front foot, and then we just allowed them into it a little bit. And then the second half was chances both ends, but so we're just relieved that we've come away with a point. Not relieved, because we certainly deserved something out of the game, but it was tough out there. Just like I say, just literally to stand up and try and play.
Have you seen or played in much worse conditions in your career?
I can't remember when that was. It was tough, but so it was the same for both sides. We're not both, fortunately we're not complaining when after a defeat or something like that. We've showed our resilience. We've showed that we've got a bit about us, but we also like to think we can play a bit, and I say that didn't really allow us to do that. That said, we had a few chances at the first 20 minutes. We had a few, and then the last 20 minutes we certainly had a couple of really good ones.
The attitude.
Yeah, the attitude was there. The effort was spot on. I've had that all season off them, so we've just drawn one or two too many games, and this is a tough place to come. I think the last 12 games at home, I think they've won 7, drawn 4, and lost 1 now, and they've beaten, they've beat Northampton 4-0. They beat Morecambe. They beat some proper teams. They beat Fleetwood. They beat Southend. Drawn with Port back. It's a tough place to come, and they've picked up a lot of points at home, and unfortunately we couldn't just force the ball into the back of the net when we had a couple of good chances tonight.
On the plus side, at the other end, another clean sheet.
Yep, absolutely. I thought we deserved it. I thought we worked really hard. I thought we were comfortable first half. Second half, like I said, when we really gone for it second half and changed to 2 up top and tried to put a bit more attacking, real thrust up there, and a bit more, with 2 of them. We're the ones trying to win the game. We're always going to be a little bit susceptible on the break, and they did that every now and again. But who knows? It could be a good point.
But it was a positive substitution. You're clearly putting down a marker that you wanted to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had to try and do that, and that's what we can do with the talent that we have on the bench. So we tried to win it. Well done to the supporters for making a trip down here in atrocious conditions, and clapping the players off at the end. It was superb.
And what's the latest on Russell Payne? Because he took a knock in the first half.
Yeah, he took a knock in the first half. I think a bit of a dead leg, and then second half he got fouled on the half line, and the lads sort of pulled him as he's kicked it, and I think he's just opened his knee a little bit. But I say, I don't think it's touch wood, it won't be anything too bad.
And move on now to what's going to be a very big Easter weekend.
Yeah, of course it is. But, it was whatever the result today. We give ourselves, as long as they don't play Tuesday, we give ourselves a chance of going above Port Vale on Friday, and that has to be our aim. We know they're a good side. We know what they're about, and I'm sure they know what we're about. We can dust ourselves down, and it's took a lot out of the players that today, but we'll be okay for Friday.
And before then, we've got the end of the loan window. Do you think it's likely that you will be able to get somebody in?
We'll see. I don't know at the moment. I haven't really spoke to the chairman about too much. We did, we did most of our business in January. We've just got to make sure that we've got enough cover should we need it. If something happens.
Would you hopefully try and bring somebody in?
If he says yes, then I've got 1 or 2 names. But if he says no, we'll go with what we got, and I'll be happy in that.
Okay, Mark, thanks so much for coming out.
Cheers.
Mark, when obviously the team did so well last week, so he kept it the same. But when you saw the pitch, did you consider making changes? Because it's not easy to dribble on that.
No, yeah, but we had some. It wasn't dribbling I was really after. I wanted to get down the sides of them with our wide players, and I thought for the first 20 minutes we did that. I thought Mo and Jermaine both showed their pace and athleticism and got into some good areas. We just didn't quite finish it off. We had a couple of good set pieces that we didn't get on the end of. As the game got on, I just felt Jermaine got a little bit bogged down with the pitch, and it didn't suit him at all. The weather didn't suit him, and I just wanted to change. Sammy played a little bit wider for us, and he was a threat out there. But we just, like I say, I'm proud of him. I'm pleased that we haven't got beaten. Like I say, this is a tough place to come of late. Proud that we haven't got beaten, and we just wanted to be a little bit more. Direct's the wrong word, but we wanted to give our strikers, just get the ball up to our strikers in the last 20 minutes and really try and get runners off. And there were times you see at the end, like Byron's done a great bit of skill, and I think as he's gone past his man and nutmegged him in the corner, I think the ball's picked up 2 inches of snow on it, and he's rolled, and that's when I felt for the boys and the paying supporters, because although it's a good point for them, and like I say, it could be a good point for us. It wasn't the flowing football match that it possibly could have been.
Yeah, was there any point we thought was going to be off when he first turned up here this afternoon?
Well, to be fair, we don't have a great record with this referee. We certainly don't have a great record with this coming here. So I just put myself in the dressing room. He was always going to be on. The blizzard that we had for the first 25 minutes didn't help, but I thought we started really well. Like I say, it could be a good point for us.
Yeah.
Sorry to just miss the start of that. Do you think the game should be on?
I thought it was pretty farcical, to be honest. Just to stand up was difficult enough, and you could see that with a couple of comical errors. But like I say, it was on. We're not sour grapes. It's nothing like that. We just, we both teams like to try and play decent football, and I don't think really we were allowed to show that today because of the pitch, the weather, the snow coming down. And that's just life.
Michael Hector, he knows what this pitch is all about, doesn't he? I haven't played. I thought he was
good again. Yeah, I thought he was excellent. That's what we knew when we brought him in.
If anyone's at home looking at it thinking, Barnet should have won it easily because of their league position, we had to battle for this.
Barnet should have won it easily, or we should have won it easily.
Cheltenham should have won it easily.
No, we were never ever. Like I said, I went through the fixtures. I think it was 11 games before today, and they'd won 7, drew 3, lost 1, and like I said, beat some notable scalps. Beat Fleetwood here Tuesday, beat Southend, beat Morecambe, beat Chesterfield, beat Northampton 4-0 on a Friday night. We knew it weren't going to be easy. They're not the best away from home by the looks of their current record, but they're getting enough points here to hopefully for them to keep themselves in the division. But we knew it was never going to be easy. We wanted to, obviously, with games being called off up and down the country, we wanted to really cement our place where we wanted to be. Unfortunately, like I said, the weather's had a little bit of a contributory factor in making sure, not allowing us to really play as well as we wanted. But like I say, we've put a lot of effort in. Both teams have expanded a lot of effort on a really difficult surface.
Cheers, Mark.